Hi, this is Emma and welcome to another video by Three Scrappy Sisters. I have a bachelorette party coming up, so I decided I would make a card for the bride-to-be. I always like challenging myself to use stamps I've never used before from my collection, and this Uptown Stampin' Bella I haven't used. This is the first time I kind of try to problem solve a card like this. I want to give her a little dress made out of tulle. Not really sure how to do that, but I figured out as I go along. I'm just quickly giving her some color with my Copic markers. I'm using some browns for the skin tones, the E's, darker browns for the hat and the hair. I used the colors from the paper that I want to cut out that have the bachelorette paper in the front, and I fussy cut her all the way around, and I made sure I cut underneath her arms so that I can pull up the little dress up on top. I grabbed some tissue paper here because I wanted to give it dimension, and I'm just measuring it with the stamp, little Bella, see how long and short I want it. I crumpled it up because the tissue paper's got a bunch of lines in it, so if you crumple it, it's not so obvious. That's just a piece of tape I stuck on the top so that the needle, when I put it through, doesn't rip through the tissue paper. So I'm just threading it and sticking it through the tulle and just going through it like that. As I'm sewing it through and checking it onto my picture, I realized that the tissue paper makes it too dark and then you can't see anything that I colored for the stamp itself, so I just ripped it right off. It came off so easily. It's just tissue paper and the only thing left was the tulle. Now I'm just making sure that I've tightened it to the width that it's supposed to be of the little stamp, and I am sticking it underneath her little bra, or her little bathing suit actually, and I'm just going to tie it around, put some glue on there, and make sure it stays on really well. I also kind of play around with the purse and her little hand that's carrying her flip-flops and kind of tuck them into the dress there so that the dress is what's going around the doll and her arms are kind of just hanging out. This is sparkly paper that I want to use for the frames on the card. And as you saw, I quickly showed you the bachelorette paper that I cut the tags out of. At the beginning it said bachelorette party and the last fling before the ring. So I cut those off the paper because that's what I will be using for the front of my card along with these frames. Cutting these frames out with this shiny sparkly paper was really tricky because it didn't cut all the way through and I couldn't get it thick enough so that I could keep going all the way through. I did get it so that it cut the one side, and because of the type of paper it's a little stretchy or something and I couldn't do it. So I needed my scissors, and this is where an X-Acto knife would come so handy. I need to invest in one. But after I cut out the rectangles of the frame, I need to go through and fussy cut the little scallops. It was fairly quick because they were already pretty much pre-cut from the stamp or from the die. So that went through pretty quick. The medium frame was too big for the fling before the ring tag, so I had to cut out middle parts of that and then just reline up the frame onto the card. This paper is too big for that frame, so I need to trim it down to size. I'm just using the back of one of the other tags. The back of the paper that I cut the tags off of has this backing to it, so I'll just keep it all the same, keep the colors the same, easy peasy. I need to cut out my base card, and that's the big frame I'm going to use for the front of it. So I'm just going to cut it, fold it, glue on the frame. I'm trying to figure out where to place all my little details on my card. It was pretty quick. The thing that took the longest was probably the Bella and making her little dress. And then I know I want it to be all on the right hand side, just like it's placed there. So I'm going to start adhering all the pieces down. I use some foam tape to put them on. I always like things popping up a little bit more, not being so flat, especially when I have things like fabric on there. Now I just want to add the rest of my finishing touches onto my card. This is like my my pearlizing pen, except it's clear, so it just gives it a little shiny finish, a little bit of a dimension to it. I'm going to do it on the ring, her sunglasses, and her fancy drink. I also do it on the word party and on the little hearts on the shoes. Then I grab my dimensional liquid. My god, I completely forgot what this is called. Oh, my Nuvo dots. That's what it is. I get my Nuvo dots thing here, and I grab the black and the white, pearl white, and I realize I want to use the white. Too much black on there already. The white's much more for a wedding. And I'm going to finish it off with a nice little bow in the middle with some glue. This is the finished looking card. It's blank inside. Thanks for watching the video. Please like and subscribe to our channel. Thanks.